Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2020 reading. Thanks for joining us. My name is Michelle.
My name's Richard.
We're doing a he said, she said style reading. I'll be reading as you, Scorpio. Richard will be reading as the person that you're dealing with. Of course, it can go vice versa, so whatever side resonates the most, that's your message. Or if you're cross-watching, a Scorpio may be acting this way towards you. Let's take a quick look at the oracles. It's good news and bad. With back and forth, it tells me that you're feeling a little bit stuck, trying to make a choice. You may have a couple of different ways to go, different paths ahead, and feeling unable to make the choice, and therefore staying still. The angel of psychic ability, though, that one speaks of your intuition being strong, so the force is strong within. So really it's about trusting your instincts, especially as it relates to people around you, and choices, trusting your own intuition when it comes to making the right choice. Now, when it comes to Richard's Dark Mirror Oracle, we have the card of Artificial Heart.
So just a little bit from the description here. If I don't feel the warmth of the sun, will I blame the sun or myself? Building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheeps. It speaks of somebody who is holding off their emotions.
So a coldness, someone who doesn't reveal themselves, something like that, and you needing to be aware, your intuition being strong when it comes to people around you. Now at the bottom of the deck for you, I have the Ten of Wands.
And for me, I have the Star.
So let's see where this goes. We'll cut the cards and we'll focus in, Scorpio. And please be mindful, there's some construction work going next door, so on and off you may hear some background noise, but if you can get past that, we'd really appreciate it. Hopefully it won't be too bad, so we'll see how this goes. We'll start with the status of this relationship, how you're viewing this person, the strengths, what's working for you, what's working against you, what is it that you should do in the situation, what you shouldn't do, and the likely outcome.
Okay, so status of relationship, how this person is viewing you, strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what this person should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
So let's see where you're at. You've got the Ace of Swords. So I like that, because when we're talking about decisions and decision making, it's the ability to see clearly, to see the truth about people, to look beyond words and see the truth, see the actions. You know, there's an energy around the Ace of Swords of cutting through the garbage, cutting through the confusion. It's very much an energy of power and enforcement, and being able to make choices that are correct for you because you see things clearly.
Yeah, there's clarity with that Ace of Swords. But when I saw that Angel of Psychic Ability come up, it made me believe that the way that you'll make this decision will be with your gut, with what feels...
Tempered with knowledge.
Well, tempered with knowledge, but in the end, it's going to be, well, what's your gut tell you to do?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about what makes you feel right. It's about what your intuition says.
Yeah.
Yes, those are two different things. Okay, let's take a look over here. We have the Five of Swords in reverse as the status of the relationship. We had this coldness here for this person. And I get the sense that they're coming out of something. They were feeling like they were trying to win some sort of argument with you, but I get the sense now that they're sort of backing off that.
Let's take a look and see what how you're viewing this person. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. So it seems to suggest that when it comes to togetherness or planning for the future, that there's either been a disconnect, there may have been a breakup in the past, or perhaps a breakup of a family, or it could suggest that you're not seeing a future with this particular person.
All right, let's look over here at how this person is viewing you. Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah, I get the sense that there is a bit of a disconnect occurring here. They're seeing you as the Queen of Swords here, Scorpio. That means that they're seeing you as somebody who is making very clear decisions. And we've got that there with the Ace of Swords as well. Yes, Scorpio, it seems like you've come to some sort of conclusion about this person, and I'm wondering if it's the conclusion is that you don't want to be with them anymore.
Yeah, that Queen of Swords is someone who will use this ace. I mean, if you think of the Queen of Swords in the picture, what's she holding? She's holding that Ace of Swords. So when it comes to making decisions and cutting out what's not needed, you can't get better energy than a Queen of Swords, because this is someone who does it quite ruthlessly, really, but it's always for what she feels is for her greater good. And with Artificial Heart there and those swords cards, I'm getting very much a colder kind of energy, and I can't help but feel that Queen of Swords is more of the energy being directed, or a judgment being passed upon someone else. But we'll see where this goes.
We'll see where that goes. It could be your energy, or it could be the energy of this person over here, but I'm getting the sense it's more your energy.
Okay.
Over here, strengths, we have the Hermit. Yes, this person, I believe, has taken the time out from the relationship to be alone, to think about things.
Let's take a look and see what the strength is here. The Magician in reverse. The fact that there's some kind of manipulation, or there has been some kind of manipulation in the past, but I feel like it's coming to light. I feel like what is being revealed here in this Sword of Truth is a realization that someone played some games. They didn't get the result that they hoped for. It was actually kind of worked completely against them. But seeing this person in this way, seeing that they're a game player, somehow helps you when it comes to something that you've been going backwards and forwards about.
Yes, and with this Five of Swords over here, the Five of Swords, it's a card that can be taken to mean exacerbation when it's in the reverse as well. So there's that feeling that this person was trying to win some sort of game with you, Scorpio.
Didn't win though.
No,
I think.
no,
I think that they were actually defeated.
Yeah, I think you found them out. I think you saw through what they were doing. Okay, let's look over here at...
you want me to do... Yeah. We kind of got backward.
Yeah.
But let's have a look at the High Priestess in reverse here as the weakness. Well, this is, again, things coming to light. Things that are to be revealed. I think that this backwards and forwards here was caused by not knowing the full story. Not knowing the truth.
But I think the truth's coming out, don't you,
The truth
Michelle?
coming out here, seeing it for what it is, seeing it in a different way, having something revealed to you that was previously hidden here. It's coming up as the weakness for the relationship, but I actually feel like it's good. It's good that everything is coming out here, that there are no more secrets, and you know that the full reality around this particular person. The thing is, you don't want to ignore your intuition. You don't want to... It seems to be that this person's in your life, you're trying to make a decision about them, but you definitely don't want to ignore any kind of gut feeling, any pings, any aha moments that strike you. You need to be completely cognizant of this person's, not only their words, but their actions, and pay attention to how this person interacts with other people as well. Really have all of your senses involved when you're around this person, so you see a full picture.
Yeah, meditation can help because it can help to still the mind and allow you to better hear those intuitive pings that Michelle's talking about. All right, let's take a look over here at weaknesses. Here we have the Six of Pentacles as a weakness here. So I get this as making peace after having been a bit of a game player, I see. But I get the sense that what they're doing isn't enough to placate you, Scorpio.
You know, the thing with the Six of Pentacles, often we have to look at the intention behind it. Why is this person giving? Is it with an expectation of getting something back? Or is this more of an unconditional kind of gift, if you will? But why would this person be be giving to you after a period of being quite standoffish or isolating you in some way.
Or even downright mean.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
But I get the sense they're placating you. And I don't know if that's enough for you, Scorpio.
Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got here. Is what you need to continue to do. The Two of Swords in reverse. So it's the opposite to this backwards and forwards. For a long time, Scorpio, you've been this in the upright. You've been vacillating, torn between two pathways, torn between two people, two jobs, whatever it is, trying to make the decision. But the thing is, what's kept you from making the right choice for you, or making a choice at all, is seeing the truth, because you've been blindfolded to something around you. Seeing things for what it is, no longer being afraid of potential conflict, because whenever we do make a choice, oftentimes it will bring up some kind of turmoil around us, either something that we're leaving or something that someone loses out, so to speak. Not being fearful of the conflict here, dealing with the issues, dealing with things in an upfront way, speaking your truth. Again, it's after a time of needing to find out the truth, coupled with paying attention to your instincts and what your gut is telling you about one of these particular choices, or maybe both.
So looking over here, what this person should continue to do, we have the Judgment card in the upright. Yeah, I get that as being willing to make amends to you for something that they've done, for balancing the scales, giving you something of substance in return for what you've been through. A recompense, if you will.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see what we have here as what you shouldn't do, Scorpio. The Nine of Swords. Remain in a state where this causes you stress. I get that there's a need to confront something here, to confront something that is difficult.
It may be that you have to pass judgment on this person, and it may be that they have to accept it.
Yeah.
So this is what this person shouldn't do, and this is the Four of Cups in the reverse. What do you make of that, Michelle?
Well, I get it as needing someone else's approval in order to feel good with that Four of Cups in reverse. Because when we have that Four of Cups when it's in the upright, I often see that as someone who's dealing with a lot of moodiness, emotional isolation, rejection, feeling bad about their circumstances, or feeling bad about love in general, and trying to fill their cup, so to speak, when it's in the reverse. They're trying to make things better, but in a very in a way that seems to involve someone else's approval, someone else's need for to give something to them. You know, that six, I was talking earlier about the Six of Pentacles as needing something from someone.
It could be approval, is what you're saying.
It could be approval.
Yeah.
that's being asked here. Like, if you give me something, I'm going to feel good about myself.
So validation is really what you're seeing here.
Emotional validation.
Yeah, so this person seems to want emotional validation from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the outcome here is the Four of Swords in the reverse. So with this one, I see this two ways. It's a time where you need to step back and gain some clarity of mind. But I feel like you haven't been doing that for whatever reason. I think that you've been busying yourself in order to distract yourself from making some kind of decision, going backwards and forwards here, trying to decide which way should I go. But the thing is, there's something here that needs to be addressed, because it's obviously stressing you out, Scorpio. It needs to come out, but and I feel it will, but it seems to be needing a period of time where there is this thought process involved, reflecting on not only what you know to be true and what you find out about this person, but also quieting your mind in order to feel what your gut is trying to tell you about a particular person. What may be off about them, because I feel it's this magician in reverse, somebody who's not quite, artificial heart. There's some kind of manipulation or some trickery going on there. Like it could be someone who is coming into your life here telling you one thing but actually has some kind of other agenda, hidden agendas. We often see that with a high priestess in reverse. Six of Pentacles could also be giving to get, someone with a hidden agenda.
But I still see isolation from you of this person. I mean, they have been apart from you at some point. They could be back together with you now. But you need to make a decision about them, and this is what this whole reading is really about.
Right.
And that's what I see with that Four of Swords in reverse as well, is the ability
to make a decision, but needing to be clear before you can do so.
And that's right. Coming out of that period of contemplation and saying, it's kind of like a hermit in reverse energy in its own way.
In a little bit of way, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the outcome over here, the moon. Yeah, I think you're going to tell them what's real here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing with the moon in reverse. Your decision here will clarify for them exactly what you think about the situation, and they'll understand. That's the thing. And with this judgment card here, they need to accept your judgment. Because that judgment is going to come from a place of clarity for you, and they're going to need to have to accept that and take any consequence that goes along with that as well.
Yeah, the judgment might come across as harsh, and that's why we have that kind of colder energy that I'm picking up around there. But it seems to be that's this person's way of communicating. I'm not seeing any real emotion involved with that particular person. And I think that by seeing it in that way, it somehow makes you get off this kind of seesaw here where you've been straddling this seesaw, teeter-tottering between, which way do I go? Having one foot in one world and another foot almost in another. So the thing is, you've been kind of standing in a doorway, if you think of it that way, with one foot out and one foot in. And it's crunch time. It's deciding which doorway do I step through and be fully involved with, whether that's a relationship or whether it's a career or choosing a different path in life. But you've been vacillating between these two choices for too long, and it's keeping you stuck.
I still get the sense, though, this person is not going to like the decision you're going to make. But we'll get some more clarity with that as we continue with part 2.
So Scorpio, I hope that you join us in the extended. We'll be putting in about another 30 to 35 minute reading, and we'll look at this much more in depth, pulling out clarifiers, doing a Lenormand spread, and also looking at some oracles for guidance as well. So please do join us there if this is resonating. Again, I apologize for the noise outside. Hope it hasn't been too bad for you. Wishing you the best here, Scorpio. If you'd like a personal reading, of course, you can always reach out, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email's also in the box below. If you're interested in readings that are done in this style and this one doesn't resonate with you, remember it can be vice versa, or you could be dealing with someone around you who's acting this way towards you. Now, Scorpio, if you'd like to see other readings that are done in this style, don't forget to check out our Soul for Repair playlist. And there you'll find the readings that are not sign or time dependent. So when you're led to those is when you're meant to view them. So wishing you the best here, Scorpio. We will see you in part 2, or we will speak to you again very soon.
Thanks, Scorpio. Goodbye and good luck.